Yes, Ari Lennox knows how to handle pressure. The Ari Lennox is the sensational singer from America. I think she's 30 years of age, and she was born in Virginia, I believe. So she is an FBA and a sensational singer, one of the best today. The best. She went to Ghana, where she said on her social media that she found peace and joy in Ghana. She praised Ghana. Then some troll came to her social media platform. Now it's doubtful if they are even African. Definitely, for certain, they are outside of Ghana. Because she says so many wonderful things about Ghana. It's almost 100% sure they were outside of Ghana. Nobody in Ghana would be so stupid as to make a negative statement to her for making a positive statement of Ghana. It's somebody that may be jealous of Ghana, if it's an African at all, or someone from the diaspora who's trying to discourage people from going to Ghana or something like that. But it is weird. And she found peace, and she must keep on with that peaceful feeling she found when she get away from the Caucasian people. Sometimes they're wonderful. I'm not saying Caucasian people are all bad, but there's plenty of them that are. And even if they are helpful, you still may not want to be around them. But she found peace. And a crow, I mean, you could do the most wonderful thing, say the most wonderful thing, and some trolls, negative person, and you gotta have a negative and positive in order to create, like electricity, a battery, in order for the flashlight to shine, you gotta be a negative and positive pole. Just like there's got to be opposite gender to create. The male is a positive, female is negative, not in negative that's bad. It's not bad. Being negative is not bad. Necessarily, it could be looked at that as such, but in essence, negative is not. Negative is just as important as a positive. Scientifically. And it's not a bad, you think about that, you say negative, well, it must be bad. No. Negative is necessary. People always say negative, that's when it's done psychologically in a bad way. But in essence, it's not bad. You gotta have a negative and a positive pole. Negative is just something that you find is a minus sign. And a positive always have a positive sign to add. And sometimes you go into, negative you go into. Like a swimming pool, you could say is negative. You dive into that. Ocean is negative. The ocean could be considered negative. It's a reservoir. A mountain you consider positive, an obelisk, positive sign. Even through those things are positive sign. Skyscrapers, it's like an obelisk, like a penis symbol. See those positive signs. eternal, you could say is negative scientifically. So people have to broaden their way of thinking. Broaden the way they're thinking. So when you say a woman is negative, don't mean that it's necessary. Without negative, it's death. Because you got to have both, negative and positive. You got to enter, and it could be that enters into, and it could be that is to be entered into. You can see the plants come from negative to positive. Food is entered into the ground. So anyway, so she found peace and joy. Ari Lennox, getting away from America. Of course, it's a wonder why so many black people committed so many murders in the United States. There got to be a reason somewhere, and it have to be a mental and a spiritual. They both go hand in hand. The mental work along with the spiritual and the physical and the sociological. Now, not because of the melanin in the skin that make a black man violent and want to murder and kill in the United States. In Ghana, they don't do that. They're just as black as American or blacker. They're more melanin and enriched. Many of them are enriched in melanin, the same as many Americans, and they are more peaceful in percentage wise, much more peaceful as a group and as a rule. Not 100%, because like I said, every place have to have their negative. They're not negative, I say negative, but bad as well as good. Evil as well as good. Every place. So if you go there and God expecting everybody to be wonderful, you can get shammed and scammed. Because that's a naive way of thinking. You get scammed. You got to be on your alert. Trust no one unless they show themselves to be trustworthy. No matter how much they smile, how much they hug you, how good they are, you got to be wise. I mean, we all have been, I know I've been foolish in the past. And foolishness that taught me wisdom. I had to be a fool to become wise. But you don't have to be. Learn by other people's mistakes. So you don't go to Ghana, and even if you are at peace, you got to still be alert. And this over and over again. I don't know if it's a copycat statement, but people are saying black people go to Ghana from America, and they say about the peace they feel and the stress that's lifted off of them. I don't know if they copy off what somebody else said, and everybody have to find out for themselves, but it's over and over again the same statement. So it's different when we go and immigrate to Africa than when Africans or Caribbeans come into America. For the most part, when they come into the United States, sometimes they come to try to supplant us, and they come looking for something, looking for a job, looking to get out of poverty. But when black people go to Africa, over and over again, you hear them say, don't come looking for a job. Come to create a job, to create opportunity, to create a business. Over and over again. It's the same pattern I hear. So we come to give, we come to bring, to create. very few people go to Africa without money. I mean, there are some who say they start off with nothing or a few dollars. There are some. But the majority, the vast majority of black Americans who go to Africa either have a pension, social security, pension, or some way, or online business, or have a lot of money, who sell their houses and have hundreds of thousands of dollars for the most part. And what that would create, though, is an upper class among Africa. So black African Americans will get the same type of consideration, same type of stereotype as the Jews in America, because they will become the moneyed class. Because if black people sell their home, and most of the time it's over $200,000 or so, they're the rich upper class in Africa with that amount of money. And only take 1/10 of that to start a startup business in Africa. And there's plenty black American millionaires. Even if it's just a few, I heard that there's about 1,500,000 African American millionaires in America. We're in the top 19 countries of 885,000 people. There was about 120,000. That's reported millionaires, because everybody don't tell if they're millionaires. That's the reported or an estimate. According to the report that Africa say themselves. I think Ghana is about 3,100. This was about a year or two ago. It may be more than that, but that's what Africans report themselves. And you could have about 5,000 African American millionaires that moved to Ghana. At least 5,000. And that'd be just a dent. It will be unnoticeable about consider all the millionaires that's in America, black millionaires, even though we have a reputation to be the poorest in America. But as far as in the world, we are not. In America, we are. At the bottom of the barrel, even below Hispanics. Because Hispanics could be considered white too, so many of them. But this is our time. And there is peace. Not that we are running from anything. That, like Ari Lennox said, she found peace and joy in Africa. Not only in the atmosphere of the sun, but the people, everybody have the melanin. No harm feeling to Caucasians, no matter how good their intention is. Intention, or to say, intention is. It may be swell people, really nice, and they overcome themselves and become nice. There's those that overcome. So there is the kingdom. But it's something I hear black people say over and over again. Like when you look at the videos and you hear the black people that is in Africa, what they say over and over again. One thing, as I said, they say about the peace and the stress level is less. It's just, and then they say you come with money to Africa. And these things they're saying over and over again about the peace. So where there's smoke, there's fire. But everybody have to go and find out this out for themselves. Then another thing black people are saying is that feel more comfortable when everybody looks similar to them. They don't stick out. They feel they fit in. This is what I hear people say over and over and over again. And you listen to all these videos and the pattern and what people repeat. I don't think it's a copycat pattern. It's an individual feeling, and they repeat over and over again. People are saying that how much comfortable when everybody are like them. And these things. So Ari Lennox, don't listen to the trolls. You made a good decision. You have a nice mind. And you continue that way towards peace and joy. Of course, like me, she's an Aries, and we are fiery. And my father's from Virginia also. So she have a good future. She recognized now, she know what peace is. She know what joy is. And she compare Ghana from the way she feel in the U.S. I did not see her in Instagram where she's praises things from Africa, but she's smart. She says she's good. She don't let trolls. If somebody let trolls upset them, got the most silliest person. She's too wise to let that happen. Trolls, and there could be non-Africans saying bad things. Definitely, they're outside of Ghana. Could be jealous of Ghana. Definitely outside of Ghana. Can be a Ghanaian who say who receive compliment in a bad way. It cannot be that. I mean, it's kind of hard for my mind to even consider that. Of course, anything is possible, but so this is a wide earth. You go to where you find peace at. It's not running away. Just like during the Great Migration of black people from the 40s, or even before the 40s, 1942 or 1970, when they were all leaving the south of America and going to the north. They say up north, but actually north is down and south is up. That's why I have what's called upside down map, but it's really right side up. And those little things made a great difference. It's different. And you see all the countries have a point. Asia, South America, North America, all the countries have a point in the south, showing that it's up. They all have a point. Africa, the horn, they call the Horn of Africa. The horn is on the top, not on the bottom. So South Africa, it's called the horn. So the horns are on top of the head. You don't put the horn in the ground. So I tell you, south is up. And that make a big difference. The equator divide the north from the south. So I don't say down south, it's up. Even Florida, there's a point, North America, called the peninsula. There's always a point, and it's pointing up. And it's upside down without thinking, and that make a big difference. Even the clock, the difference going from left to right, that make a big difference. That's where the magnetic needle move from left to right in the northern hemisphere. So there's a big difference between the south and the north. Of course, so everything is everything. Be at peace, every.